All right, welcome to WBPL 76. Joining us tonight for the night's game is Toblerone, who's going to be doing a GM of a type of Frostpunk game. Tell us a little more about that, Toblerone.
Yeah, hello everyone. So I am going to run Call of Cthulhu, but instead of the standard 1920s upper northeast setting, it's going to actually be more situated in the Frostpunk universe, which is a video game where Earth is kind of frozen over and people are living in a settlement that's kind of situated in a ravine with a large coal-fired generator providing heat and electricity.
And joining us tonight is going to be Goat, Catch, Diggs, myself, and one other person, Hutz, Fandango. Hello. And
what the fuck is a Fandango?
Fandango. Why do you ask?
It is a strange creature that lives.
I'm not
in the
calling
air.
you Fandango. You're Hutz.
Okay.
Hutz Fandango. That's his last name.
You call me Dig.
Dig.
Yeah,
Dig.
we don't say. It's like, some people he's Diggs, to other people Mr. Bear.
No one calls me Mr. Bear.
No, don't do that.
Zero people have done
Zero
that.
has called you Mr. Bear. Well, very well. Anyway,
there's always the time to start.
No, don't. Diggs
Everybody, welcome to Mr. Bear. It's me. Da-da-da.
Anyway, So what are we doing here today, Mr. Toblerone? Take us away.
Okay. So you've all been living and working in various jobs at this settlement called New London. It's situated in a small ravine, and it surrounds a large coal-fired generator that provides electricity and heat to your settlements. The average temperature here, and from what you remember around the world, is around -40. It's gotten very cold. For the most part, this settlement has been pretty peaceful and has been focused on survival. But recently, crime has started to increase amidst the backdrop of protests calling on citizens to leave New London and return to the old world. So you all have been called in from your normal jobs and find yourselves meeting with the Lord of the town. His name is Beauregard. He's situated at the Center for Government Affairs, though most of the townsfolk call it the Propaganda Center. This building is the biggest building in town, with a multi-story wooden tower, flanked by a small jailhouse and court. So, you five all know each other. It's a small settlement of about 300 people, so everyone kind of has an idea of who each other are. You guys have been living here for about 20 years.
I've been living here since I was 5.
Been living here for how long, you said?
The settlement started about 20 years ago. So some of you might have knowledge of when the world wasn't cold.
How long ago did that happen again?
About a little over 20 years ago.
Okay, so I was a teenager.
Is when the temperature started falling rapidly. So you guys are in the Lord's office, but no one is there. His office is pretty nice. It's actually very warm in here. You guys are sweating just a little bit under your normal attire, which is thick, heavy fur coats. You have every citizen is equipped with a small backpack that has kind of like a very rudimentary battery, which powers a lantern that is strapped to your jacket. And then you also have small survival tools, general survival tools that would be useful in the Arctic, so a folding shovel and a small amount of rope.
An electric
Okay.
chess machine.
Yes, and an electric chess machine, which needs to be recharged every night.
Don't pour anything
I-
into it. This is the only one we've got.
No. Yeah.
Is it like one of the crank machines?
Yes, yeah, kind of like that.
Sweet. I also have all my leeches in my backpack.
One of those
Um,
doctors, I see.
So from the side door, you guys are all in his office. A side door opens, and you see a fairly burly man with a thick black beard and no hair on top enter. He's got a metal prosthetic leg. He does not have the standard survival equipment that you guys have, but he does have the heavy jacket.
Just to clarify, where are we standing?
You were escorted into the office of the propaganda center of Lord Beauregard. So,
Oh,
a secretary, you had been called from your normal daily jobs. It's around noon. It's around midday today. You had been called from your normal jobs and had been, escorted once you arrived at the propaganda center by a secretary into Lord Beauregard's office.
yes, water break time. Water.
Already? We just started.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, you did this big. You did this big intro, and you're clearing your throat a lot, so that's probably why.
That's fair. So Lord Beauregard sits at his desk. Hello, everyone. I'm glad that you could all make it. I'm sure you have noticed the recent increase in crime and protests calling for citizens to leave our fair city, and it's concerning. I think that after much consideration, a police force is required to help reduce crime, help find these perpetrators. You all have a skill set that I think would deem helpful in helping to enforce the rules of this fair town, and to hopefully try and bring these protests to a halt.
Oh, you think, sir, that I am somehow able to do all the things that you've just said that I am able to do, and you yet know nothing about me?
Are these the same guys that keep stealing my 10 mil sockets?
I believe they may be.
Ooh, count me in.
Yes, theft is one of the
I will bring
crimes
forth
on
the
rise.
fear of the Lord in them. Trust me on that, son.
Well, you see, we can identify the criminals very easily by the shape of their heads with this lost art called phrenology.
No.
I say, son, you sound like somebody who has been too much on the internet these days.
I think, sir, that you need your humors balanced. You have an excess of black bile and other. I don't know what are other things that the medieval people used to say.
Isn't this
Taxes,
like
Your Majesty.
Yeah, no, but I mean they have the black vial, the yellow vial, I think, and the other two I don't remember. But anyways, we keep
The
going.
cough. The
Yeah,
lung.
phlegm, I think it was.
humor's out of balance?
Indeed.
So you will meet soon with, let me find his name, with Commissar Bolton. He's going to prescribe to you your enforcement equipment, but something that I don't want to leave this room is that I think there is
Yeah.
something going on with these protests. I think there's something deeper involved. And I want you to get to the heart of this and bring the people who are leading these protests to my office.
I have
This
a question.
needs to end.
This is a question
cannot-
for the characters. Would we
Yes.
know that? Do we have like some sort of known incentive for wanting to help this person? Like, what is our reasons for wanting to help this guy that we would know of before entering this office?
So generally, the community is pretty small, right? And
Yeah.
resources are scarce. The protesters who are threatening to leave, everyone would have heard rumors that if they leave, they're going to ransack the supplies.
Oh, I see. We
And
got to stop these
take as
people from
much as they
gutting us
can.
before they go.
Yes,
Okay.
they intend. These people who are protesting, they intend to leave this settlement and return to the old world. And they've got a long trip to take because you guys are in somewhere in like the northern part of Canada, for example, and they want to go back to basically New York.
Yeah.
You know, it's been 20 years. They think that, you know, what they're protesting is, hey, you know, the world's probably gotten better at this point. There's no way this cold has gone on for this long. You know, life here sucks. We're on rations all the time. It's time to, you know, brave the cold and return to the old world. And that would be devastating to the survival of this community.
Yeah. That sounds like a good enough reason. Yeah, we just want to make sure that we as characters know, that, like, because I'm thinking like, well, what do we get out of this for helping this person? Because, you know, for us survivalists, you know, are we in the community? But that makes sense. So we want us to make sure that nobody just runs off with our stuff in the middle of the night. Okay. What are the key locations in which these people would be hitting, in your opinion?
Better not be going near the hothouse.
Yeah, for real.
They are, as a note, can you guys see the journal entry or no?
Journal entry. Let me
No.
click and see.
No,
No?
you didn't make
No,
it
okay.
visible to us.
All right, good.
Good.
That would ruin everything. So I'll just be like,
He's
all right,
like,
I'm
there's
hanging
all my
Go to the
notes.
hothouse.
Highlighted. Don't tell
so-
them this.
So no, he doesn't know. They've been protesting generally at the generator, at the
Well, I mean, like,
you
we
know-
know where the supplies are, so wouldn't we want to?
Oh yes,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you do know where the supplies are. There are various storage facilities for food and wood and the resources that you guys create here.
So if they're
You
going
would
to
know
be
that.
hitting any of the resources, we'll probably need to make sure that those places are secure.
Yes, you're right, and we'll make sure that
The church gets its share, that's for sure. Believe me
we'll
on
make sure that these places are secure. I think they haven't given us any time frame for when they plan on leaving. So far,
They
they've just
wouldn't.
been protesting and trying to. You're right. I don't think they would.
We must stop.
They
them.
have been. Their numbers have been growing though over the past couple weeks. It started with, 15 to 20 people, and now it's grown to protests in size of 40 or 50. So their numbers grow.
Very well. What do you guys think?
Well, I imagine one of the the three things they are going to probably raid if they want to go, they are probably raid the food storage wherever there are guns, and also probably where we keep all the medical supplies. So we should probably secure all of that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And probably
Well, the
cold
medical
storage as well.
supplies.
Coal storage. Oh yeah, I think I like run down the hill with a bucket of coal. Like, get
I'm
back
on
here, you
fire.
bastard!
I have to
Well-
hide all the penicillin.
Well, I can tell you that the only place outside of this facility that has firearms is the Hunter's Lodge. and that's on the outskirts of town near the wall lift. The medicine is at the healing or the infirmary. If there's any, and then the food would be at the hot houses.
Okay.
Those places are locked up pretty tight at night because we do know that there's risk of theft, and we've had to arrest some people in the past for trying to take extra rations. As he's explaining this, a heavy knocking comes at the door, and a person walks in, similarly dressed to Lord Beauregard. He looks in a panic. Sir, there's a protest going on at the generator. This has never happened during the day. Usually they wait until shift is over, but it's in the middle of the workday. They need to get back to work. We have quotas to meet. Beauregard stands up. This is unprecedented. Everyone, this is Commissar Bolton. Please, Commissar, these are the people who are going to help enforce the law. Get them set up and have them go and break this protest up. You guys know what your first task is. If you have any other questions for me, you have my office is open.
I'm not exactly versed in the protection and serving of other people other than to serve them in the name of the Lord, but I will say I will definitely give it a chance. Tell me, where's my truncheon?
Bolton says, I'll escort you and equip you guys quickly. So unless you have any other questions for Lord Beauregard, yeah. If you have unless you have other questions for Beauregard, Commissar Bolton leads you out and starts giving you guys your security equipment.
All right.
All right.
So he gives everyone very simple equipment. You have where's my items? I should have done this at the start. So, items. He gives everyone a form of a nightstick. And he's got 2 38 revolvers that people can have with 1 reload each.
I'm taking one of those. I actually know how to shoot a gun. I
know how to. I'm like at 25 out of 100 with this rifle.
All right,
Yeah,
so
I'm 45 with the rifle and 20 with the handgun.
45 with the handgun.
Come
Just
on,
like the amount of caliber you need to kill the Saul.
Yes.
Can't have any liches around here. Messing with the engine.
Grab
Okay,
your
so everyone
weapons,
has-
gentlemen, for the Lord is thy shepherd, and you are his very well-armed flock.
Hey, man.
All right, so who was taking the pistol?
Me. Go, Henry Nelson.
So Henry is taking a pistol. And who was the other person who's got a pistol?
I think it was Hutz.
Yeah.
Depending who has the highest handgun. I just had 20.
I
Whoever has the
have
25 then.
I have a pretty high shotgun, but I think it's because I do shotgun weddings.
Ha.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah,
Well, we'll
only
give it
20
to-
with handgun. I got 25 rifle.
We'll give
I
it
got
to
a
Hutz
nightstick.
now.
Yeah.
Just remember to
Everyone
send
says-
an extra ration for me at house number 1, located in this part of the map we can't see in the Frostpunk game.
The house, yeah. So the way the houses are formatted, the houses are going to be the closest buildings to the generator. They're also going to be the best insulated.
Oh
Bunk
man,
houses are going to outskirt, and then there's a shitty tent city that's kind of far away, and it's very cold there.
dude, quilted slippers are the way to go. This is definitely like the chillest environment we can be in.
So Commissar Bolton, as you guys are getting equipped, these guns are old and we don't have a lot of ammo for them. It's not something we've considered having to focus on, based because survival is more important. So use your ammo sparingly.
Yeah, you have
All right.
enough ammo there to make 12 examples, and that's it.
I would highly recommend trying not to kill anyone. If it comes down to it.
Oh,
you
I
have-
would
you-
never
you have
ever
you have
kill
the
a
power
single
to
man.
do it.
I have a truncheon,
and-
so I do not need to kill a man. This is the non-lethal version of that. I promise you, my might will be glorious.
Right. Okay. Well, you heard.
The
you heard
winter
what I
has been
said.
hard on
There's
this
a
man.
Protest. Yeah, it's been hard on everyone. The protest is going on. Do your best, disperse it, figure out who is.
How do they have so much energy to protest?
You're like,
very good
yeah, this old, very dark-visaged man walks up. He's like, "Hello, I'm a farmer."
I turned 25 this year.
Yeah.
Could be like snow on his beard. Don't know.
Do you guys go
All right.
order or faith? Well, that depends on if I need to dispute some order or faith. I will be the man to do it. I don't know what that means. That, in other words.
It's a game decision that you have to make. You can
Oh.
choose to be religious or work based.
Oh, so my guy will be religious. I'm playing a clergyman. And Diggs, you're playing a farmer, right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
It won't have any impact on this.
Well, just
on this
so that
game,
everyone
actually.
kind of knows what we're playing, because I think that's kind of interesting. What are you?
I'm playing James Anderson, a farmer, a young old age of 25. Lives in Bunkhouse 3 in New London. He's been here since he was 5, most of his life here. He wouldn't even know what the old world was like. He has no idea why these people want to go back to it. Although I have been just starting to grow some more complicated vegetables, and since the heating upgrade.
No more poop potatoes. Those are nice.
No, we have plenty of those are durable crops. Like onions and potatoes are easily
Yeah.
grown. That's what we mostly eat off of. But we had some upgrades to the heat and insulation of the hothouse, so now we're starting to do less hardy.
Yeah,
vegetables.
we have kiwis and pineapple. You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
you
about?
guys have your? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to cut you off.
Oh no! If we want to do a quick character introduction, we certainly can.
Just so everyone knows,
Otherwise,
what we're playing, because I know I'm playing I know Dig's playing a farmer, but I don't know what everyone else is kind of playing, other than what you
I'm
guys-
playing a god from Maine.
A what?
A guard.
guard.
Guard. Okay.
I just stand around and I give people the stink eye when I need to.
Fair. What about you,
I
Mr.
play-
Catch?
I play Terry McMillan, the generator engineer. I make sure you don't freeze to death at night.
You're like, not my generator. What about you, Hutz?
I am Dr. Sam. If you
Dispenser
get the
down.
cold, I make sure I drain you of enough blood for you to get better.
He's a good doctor. We trust him. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We just wanted to.
Absolutely.
Anesthesia? What's that?
We have a
Anesthesia?
mechanic and an organic mechanic.
Ah. I believe that was it, sir. I just wanted to,
Okay.
so
No,
I can
no.
kind of know who everyone's playing, like what they're gonna do.
Yes. That's a good point. So the last thing the commissar does before you guys leave is he pins basically these little seemingly hastily made sheriff badges on you, or enforcement badges on you. So this is one of the ways that you guys know how people are how people know whose job is what is through these badges, because a lot of people wear the same clothes, which is heavy winter attire. So to help identify someone, they might have a badge that represents their farmer, a badge that represents their doctor. And you guys have these little sheriffy,
Yeah.
star badges that have just been pinned to your jackets.
Can I paint like a red cross on my jacket just to make it more obvious that I'm a doctor?
It's that was the normal pin that you would have, was
Okay.
like a red cross.
Would it be too much to ask if I could have like a like he has like a whatever religious person supposed to be in Frostpunk like on his badge, so people know like, oh, that's the preacher.
That's the Padre.
Yeah. So if the Padre's walking around, there's gonna be some people he's gonna be like giving them the eye of God.
The commissar looks at you. Yes, I'll come back this afternoon when this revolt has been put down, and I'll fix it.
Oh, I will put it down with the righteous fury.
Righteous spirit.
Righteous fury. Like in the
Okay.
background.
Is there any other questions? Otherwise, you got to go. This is not. People have quotas to meet. We have to get work going again.
Can't hurry up the crops.
Well, make sure we get a cappuccino before we go. I'm gonna get. No, I'm kidding. We're ready to go.
Let's go.
Is there a Dutch Bros nearby? I'd like to get some.
Yeah, can we stop for some sandwiches first?
God, I might make a pot of coffee.
No.
Took that big hike. I'm sleepy.
Yeah, no, you're good, dude. I can't have the coffee.
It's
but
reasonable.
I completely relate.
Okay. As you start walking towards the center of town, the generator is pretty easy to see, as it's the only other structure that raises up over the buildings, over the rooftops. You arrive there fairly quickly. It's a massive structure that belts flames and smoke and coal, and where normally there is a podium or a small wooden stage for people to stand up on, that's been kind of overran. You see a few people on top of that stage who seem to be directing the protest and directing the chants. They're chanting "Abandon New London." This village is failing. Our leaders are against us.
Boo.
What would you like to do?
Let's take positions. Is it an open area or are there choke points leading in and out of this place?
Houses surround the generator. There's probably about 50 feet between 50 yards between the generator and the closest house, and these houses are arrayed in a circular fashion. So they kind of circle it. They're pretty closely built together. You would say maybe a car's length for 3 different roads that travel from the generator to out past the city or out past the houses.
I see. Can we block those?
Yes.
Let's start by just setting that up.
Okay.
Let's give them one avenue for them to escape, so they don't feel like they're cornered and lash out at us, and then just start, coming in menacingly through the other sides.
Okay.
Sound good to you guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So you guys are gonna basically split up and come down 2 of these different alleys.
Yeah, we just start walking up in trios like it's OK Corral.
Yeah.
All right.
These
I'll
guys
take-
are being real selfish.
All right, you there, farmer, and I'll take the doctor on my team. Commissar, I think you should take the others.
Oh,
Oh,
private dice.
we'll never know what's going on.
Okay. So as you guys start walking down these alleys and kind of, taking up the space and securing them, how do you get their attention? Because right now they do not
Okay.
appear to have noticed you.
All right, who here is prepared to speak? Because I know how to get their attention, but I'm not a talky boy.
Neither am I.
I
Have
shall
very low charm.
speak for us.
All right, I just pull my gun out and I fire once into the air.
Ah, fuck!
Okay.
My ear.
That definitely gets their attention. You hear suddenly the chanting stops,
All right, I
and
just scowl at them.
everyone looks towards where the gun was fired, and people start screaming, "He's got a gun! He's got a gun!" And you can see some of them are starting to run off. The people on the podium have not, but some of the folks who've noticed you and see that 2 of their lanes are blocked, they are starting to run down the open lane that you would get.
All right, shoot your shot, Padre.
Ah, yes. My brothers and sisters, my friends and family, and everyone, listen to me. There is no need to fight for what we all share together and we work so hard for. There is no need to stride yourself through the snow and look upon us with such hatred and greed. Yes, there are some of us that work harder than others, and there are those who work harder than most. But there is no reason for us to fight over something so small, so useless on its own. And then he just throw that. What's it? Gonna throw persuade.
Okay.
There you go. Wow.
Oh no! Let's
There you
go.
go.
That's double. That's a.
TPK.
That's.
TPK.
So the people are too busy screaming and running away from the gunfire to pay attention to you. They book it.
So they're just like, boom, boom, we're brothers. Everybody, listen, I got something to say.
You see the people on the podium are trying to yell, "No, don't leave. We can face these people. They are not. They have no authority over us, but they're not able to do anything to stop the crowd." And as they realize that, you see them trying to like jump into the crowd and run away with them.
Whoa.
Stop! Keep yourselves in.
All right,
Or the
I
result. Sorry.
Oh no, I hear the doctor telling them to stop, so I just pull the truncheon out and start running after them.
Did you natural 100 when I stepped away? What happened?
He natural 100.
I had this huge giant speech that sounded epic in my head, and then I rolled persuade.
Everyone was too busy being like, "Oh God, they're shooting us!"
Yeah, there was a gunshot, and I'm like, bro, this. Everyone's running away. Like, oh my God, he's got a gun!
Just listening really closely to what you're saying and make it sound perfect. You realize that no one hears you over the gunshots.
There's just the one gunshot, to be fair.
Oh, it's a loud echoing gunshot.
So Goat, you had said you were gonna chase after the people who were trying to get away.
Yeah, the ringleaders.
Yep. Go ahead.
I'm gonna back
And-
up, Goat.
Okay. As they dive into the crowd, it starts getting difficult to spot them. Go ahead and roll a spot hidden, but give yourself an advantage dice because you were paying attention to them trying to escape.
Spot hidden. How do I give an advantage?
If you click on the thing, the ability, and
Just
then it'll
plus one
give you a
bonus dice.
yes.
Okay. 16.
Nice. So it's easy enough for you to keep a bead on one of the people who jumped off the podium, and he goes down the alley that you had let open, and you guys are able to follow him. He does take a turn, but you know that watching him take that turn, you're able to signal to your allies to head him off at a dead end and intercept him.
All right.
Yeah, I'll try to persuade him to give up without a fight, or else it will get much worse.
Nice on that spot hidden. I
Yeah.
didn't even see this double stars.
Yeah. Go rocked it.
Oh no.
Bum, 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 bum.
So Well, yeah. So you guys catch up to him and are able to kind of corner him in this alleyway. And let's see here. He kind of throws his hands up and says, "Look, we're not doing anything wrong. All right, we don't think that Lord Beauregard is doing his job well anymore. All right, so there's nothing wrong with us planning to leave, and we're not hurting anyone. Okay."
Planning to raid central supplies is a serious crime. Either way, save it for the courts. And
I don't know.
Start manhandling him.
10
Okay, I
years
don't-
in the isocubes, creep.
Yeah, you guys had been given like rudimentary handcuffs as part of your equipment, so you were able to cuff him. Look, I don't know anything about this. All right, I'm leaving.
You are
this-
clearly one of the
but-
ringleaders.
Hey,
Listen.
can I try to use psychoanalysis to see if he's lying?
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay. You definitely don't believe him when he says that he doesn't know anything about this.
You're lying, my friend. If you keep lying, I will restrict your supply of opium.
Jesus. All right. Listen. Look. I was just told by one of the hunters that this protest was coming on today. All right, and I agree with what they want. I don't want to be here anymore. This place sucks. It's cold all the time. We're eating gruel made from onions and potatoes. Like there's got to be a better place. All right.
Hey, that's good.
I didn't recognize the hunter that set this protest up. So just look, I'll go back to work. All right. And you can see that he's covered in like coal dust.
Coal dust, huh?
Yeah. So it looks like he's probably one of the coal workers.
We're stealing coal.
Maybe.
Very good point.
Nothing wrong with a good onion and potato mash, okay?
No, Diggs, you
We're
have a
not
good
just
point.
letting you go. We need to find out everything you know.
Look, that's all I know. All right. I'm relatively new to the protests. All right.
Who at the Hunter's Lodge?
I couldn't recognize him. He had his hood up. But look, they're not there right now. All right. They're sleeping. They have a night shift. I bet if you went over there, you could ask. You could look around, or maybe intercept them before they get to their job. All right. I don't know what else to tell you.
No, he knows where we can go next. I guess that's good enough. What's the prescribed punishment for this kind of crime?
Probably 48 hours in jail, or however long you would see fit.
All right. I guess we just turn him over to the commissar to figure those details out, and let's go raid that fucking. Let's go raid those guys.
Yeah,
What do you guys say?
Yeah.
I agree. It's time to raid.
Let's go on a raid.
Let's go on a raid.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Do not.
So as you guys are heading back, are you going to turn him in at the propaganda house, or
I'm just
the
giving him to the
propaganda center,
commissar. So
the commissar
can-
didn't come? Yeah, he didn't come with you.
Oh,
He-
cringe.
Yeah,
All right.
he had other work to do.
Yeah, sure. All right, okay. Yeah, we'll drop him off at the propaganda house. Gives us an opportunity to see if anyone's following us or something too.
Oh yeah, that's a good call.
All right. Why don't you guys make a? Is there a perception check for this game?
No, it's just spot hidden.
Yeah, there's not
Okay.
really a perception check. So if you're just trying to get us to look at something, like if you're trying to see if we notice something in particular, you should use a skill that is like,
Relevant to that.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I learned from it.
The other golden rule for, and this is more for Gumshoe, and I'm not trying to tell you how to GM, but
Yeah.
if you're running an investigation, the suggestion is don't make it contingent on whether we find the clues or not.
make it
Oh,
contingent
absolutely.
on how we interpret them,
Yeah,
or find
absolutely.
the
Yeah.
extra ones.
So someone give me a mech.
Mechanic?
Yeah, give me like a mech repair roll.
I'll try.
I can do it.
Your
I
yeah,
want to try too.
yeah, your knowledge in mechanical repair might be
I suck.
yeah, that's the thing. Their knowledge in mechanical repair would let them see something out of order. Oh,
Okay, good job, Catcher.
Terry.
So as you guys are heading back, you see at the generator a heavy amount of sawdust. As you're going back to drop the guy off at the jailhouse at the propaganda center, you see a lot of sawdust, and that's scattered kind of around the floors of the ground of the generator, and this is kind of uncommon. You also notice that it's been defaced. The wooden stage has been defaced slightly.
Oh,
You see in kind of this weird lacquer painted abandoned on the stage.
I want to. What is a sawdust just next to this stage?
It's been yeah, so it looks like it's been trampled on where all the people were standing and protesting.
Can I check out the stage to make sure it's still structurally sound?
Yes, that would be. There's like a. You could do a mech repair as well.
Hello,
Or
Mr. Train.
I Mr. Train.
Why
Fuck
do
you,
that?
Mr. Train.
There we go.
yeah, mech repair is fine.
Ooh.
It looks fairly. I mean, it looks old. But it doesn't seem to have taken any damage. From what you could tell, a lot of the people protesting were kind of standing around the stage, and then there was only like 3 or 4 people standing on top of it. So.
Okay, question. We don't have like a chemistry skill. The closest thing I see is pharmacy. But I was thinking, what if I could try to fashion some kind of, some chemistry combination that would make smoke? Just to use in case we need to dissolve another riot.
Okay.
Oh, you want to make tear gas?
Yeah, exactly.
knockout gas.
Go ahead and roll medicine for me.
Okay, medicine.
Or yeah, that works.
Nice.
You know that there's various supplies in the infirmary that you could probably use if you spent like maybe an afternoon whipping some stuff together. You could probably make some sort of rudimentary tear gas.
Nice. So when we have some time, I'll try to do that.
Okay. So you guys, so you guys see a lot of sawdust and whatnot trampled all over the floor, and then the lacquer that's been painted on saying abandoned. Other than that, it looks like just a lot of people have left recently. You were able to stop the protest. Turns out firearms are pretty scary when no one's seen them for 20 years in the hands of the public.
Boom!
So you drop the guy off and tell the commissar what is the sentence you hand down for him.
I'd say just 24 hours since he did give up information.
Yeah, 24 hours and 24 of community service. Just as a slap in the wrist.
He looks at you guys. Thank you. You're so generous. I promise I'll stop protesting. All right, I'll work and be a contributing member. And
perhaps you could be a mole in the organization for us.
roll. How are you trying to persuade him to do that?
Yeah, I guess it's
Roll.
fitting.
Yeah, roll persuasion.
I'll be right back.
Nope.
He kind of he looks at you and is like, I don't feel comfortable doing that. I don't know the people who are above, who run this thing. So I don't want to get involved in that. So the commissar takes him and puts him in jail he'll be in there for the next 24 hours. Alrighty, what would you guys like to do next? It's a little before, at this point it's a little before like 3 in the afternoon. And you guys know that the hunters generally get their equipment and go out on treks around 5 in the afternoon.
Do I have time to make the tear gas in the meantime?
Well, it depends on what everyone wants to do.
Yes, sir.
I'm okay with. Let's just go into the hunter lodge.
Yeah. Get them while they're sleeping.
Yep.
Well, to be fair, like tear gas is made of pepper spices. I don't know if we would have any out here.
There's other potential sources of capsaicin, but I don't know.
And can't you do
yeah,
with,
for
like,
the
bleach and ammonia?
Yeah, for the lack of knowledge that I have of creating tear gas, I've told Hutz that the infirmary would have some supplies that he could fashion, but it would be pretty rudimentary.
If only we had the Lake Erie Chemical Company to help us.
If only. Okay. So, you guys can either, I guess, wait for Hutz to create, or if you want to split up, Hutz could create his.
I don't think he needs a whole entourage to do a single action thing by himself. We could split.
Yeah, if we are going to get them right now, yeah, I'll go with the whole team. But if it's a matter of waiting, then I can make the thing. But we should go as a team, have more bodies to throw at the problem.
I mean, I do like the idea of tear gas. I just don't have I don't really know the time frame of working with. So it's like, yeah, sure, give them a few hours to do what they want to do while we wait inside.
So you guys have a basic understanding of the timetable. It's 3 in the afternoon. The hunters do not sleep at the hunting lodge. They have housing closer to the generator. So it'll take them time to get to the lodge. They usually arrive there around between 5 and 6, and then they leave for the night with their equipment to go hunting. And then they'll return in the early morning before the sun would rise to harvest whatever their kills were. Gut the animals, demeat them, debone them, all that stuff. So.
I see. Well, what do you say we wait for them to leave and then we just search it while they're out?
Yeah, either we can do that or wait for them in the lodge and make sure we secure all the weapons they have so, they don't use it against us.
Makes sense to me.
I'm sure they have some sort of quartermaster that we could talk to that's awake.
All right. So you guys make your way to the hunting lodge.
I should check on my crops.
They're other
fine.
people.
They're still growing. Moving on.
There are other people to work for that. You're not the only farmer, fortunately. All right. So you guys head out to the So you guys head out to the hunting lodge. You know that it's near kind of an elevator system that takes them from the bottom of the ravine up to the rest of the floor, if you want to call it that, where they go and track down whatever animals are able to live up here. It gets colder and colder as you guys leave the center area of the town. And as you get closer to the hunting lodge, you see kind of a small wooden structure covered in about a couple feet of snow. You are able to get up to the door though. It doesn't look like there's any lights on the inside.
Hmm.
Can we just test the door and see if it's open?
Sure. As you test the door, it does not. It is locked.
We should try to check, assuming that there is not like a bucket on top of the door, waiting to
Ooh.
fall down
Good call.
or something like that.
All right. Just peek it first.
Who is peeking?
Fine, I'll peek.
Oh, I was gonna be.
Yeah,
I was gonna say it, but you said so fast. Go.
Fuck you.
I'm
No, you
sorry.
didn't.
I know.
Y'all don't know the secret of hobo honey.
There's always that person who's like, oh, last second, like, oh man, I was totally gonna be me. No, you got it, man. You good.
So what
I
exactly
was
are you
just-
looking
yeah.
for?
Well, first I'm just peeking to make sure there's not a bucket over the door or something stupid like that.
Okay, that's easy enough to see. You don't see anything like that.
Yeah, we just push the door open with a stick.
Give it a little stick.
Well, the door is locked.
Do we have a key?
You do not.
We
None
have
of
a
you
prying
are
bar.
hunters.
We have something we can pry it with.
Is there
yes,
anybody
you'd
amongst
be-
us who is of a dubious nature that might be able to open this door?
I have
I
a
can
whole
mix dirt
one
for you.
in locksmith.
Me too.
Same.
I mean, we could check if there are any windows.
There are a few windows. All the windows that are built are thick panes of glass, and they don't slide open or close. They're just kind of fixed.
What is it, transparent aluminum or something?
No, it's just glass set into a wall.
Made of aluminum.
Like those glass bricks almost?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, we could try fashioning a ram out of a log or something like that.
Yeah, or just stick in literally take a pipe, hammer one at the end so that it's flat like a crowbar, and just use that to pry shit. It's not super complicated.
Okay. Well, who's going to be prying the door open? I guess.
Who here has strength above 60?
I do.
Than you are.
Oh boy.
All right, go ahead and roll a strength check.
Let's see.
And I got the gun out covering you.
All right. It takes a little bit of time, but you are able to pry the door open. As a question for me, did you guys decide to wait until the hunters would have left for the night, or were you going to try and ambush them or get here before they got here?
I was hoping we did this right after they left. But
Okay.
What do you guys say? I don't want to be just bossing everyone around too much.
No. In
Just a
my
little.
opinion, it's just my opinion, right? I say maybe it would be better if before they got there, but whatever. I don't have a strong adherence to that, so we can just do it after.
I'm ready to serve upon them the binding word of our Lord and Savior. So if you see them, I'll get right on it, buddy.
I'm fine with waiting until they leave.
All right.
Not really much for conflict.
So it sounds like we're waiting for them to leave and then breaking in.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys had waited an adequate amount of time for them to gather their equipment. It's pretty easy to kind of stake folks out. So you watch them grab their skier, which includes a hunting rifle for each of them, and then they head towards the wall elevator to go out hunting. You did see them lock the door behind you, or lock the door behind them. So, giving them some adequate time to leave, you go to break the door open, and you are now in the hunting lodge. It is. There's a few on the inside. There's some lockers. There's vertical lockers. There's a wall with a door that is leading to another room. And then the walls and the ceilings are hanging with pelts and meats in various states of curing.
Free meat.
All right, let's search the. All right, let's. You guys start searching this. I'm just gonna take a look around and sweep and make sure no one else is here.
All right. It's easy enough to see that no one else is here. It's a pretty small building. There's not even a second floor.
I attempt to spot hidden to see if there's anything like back behind something or anything like that.
Okay, go ahead.
Nope.
I'll try next. Nope.
Same here.
Gentlemen, what you need is a keen eye, and I believe I might be the one to do this. Let us give it a shot. I was kidding. I can't see shit in this place.
So there's so.
Oh wow!
No one finds anything. No.
We didn't find the
so
hidden thing.
Yeah.
If there was
If there
anything
wasn't
if there was even anything hiding. Yeah, we're like, what's this thing back here? And you could have, like, if we even passed, you could have been like, there's nothing.
Your mom.
So there's. You weren't able to find any sort of hidden lockers or anything like that. There are 6 lockers, and in your investigation, you had tried prying those open. They are all locked. They're pretty rudimentary locks, but it looks like they have names etched onto the doors. It looks like these are personal effects lockers. The door that you had, there's the other door. I'll assume that you guys were kind of snooping around that as well. Going back to the opening that door up, you find a like thick paned lockers with a couple rifles. So it's kind of like a gun cabinet, if you will, which also has a more durable looking lock than the personal effects lockers.
Do we have like an idea of how many hunters there are?
Yes, there are. Yeah, there are 2 parties, each consisting of 5 hunters,
and
they both go out at night.
Okay, and how many guns can this locker hold?
It looks like it can hold 15. There are 3 long rifles in the cabinet. One of them you can tell is pretty beat up. It looks like a few of the components are like it's missing a trigger mechanism. So one of them looks like it's in a state of disrepair.
Is there like an inventory log anywhere?
You are able to find a booklet on the locker that has scrawls, which seems to indicate when a person takes out a rifle, when they return it, and the amount of ammo they take out and return.
Nice system.
Can I roll, or can someone roll to see if we only have, what would it be, 13 rifles? like to begin with, or if there really is 2 missing, or 2 unaccounted for, rather.
Yeah, I think an accounting roll would be
I have a total of 5.
useful.
Yeah, I can't account. I mean, I'll try, but I'm no better than the doctor here.
Let us see your accounting ability then.
My 5 in accountability.
I'm pretty good at accounting things because I read books.
Damn, rolled pretty well, but still not good enough.
Oh, that's a great roll
I
too.
mean, none of us are accounting experts. I work a farm. I know how to count the seeds and how many I get out of you.
See, I have 35 and I failed.
Hoping for under a 5, baby. Nope.
Yeah, we're all just rolling dice like it's Vegas, like woo.
Come on. Nope, doesn't make any sense to me.
Gotta blow on
As
the
far as you
dice.
can tell, it looks like all of the guns are accounted for.
Well, I don't
So
know how to
people
read
are-
this Cyrillic, but I'm sure that's real.
Yeah, so people, I mean, you saw the hunting parties leave. You assume that they brought, from what you can read of the log, it seems like they brought all their rifles, and it doesn't seem like anything's missing.
Can we find anything else among the personal effects, like seditious material and stuff?
The lockers for those are locked. If you want to try and break into them, you're more than welcome to.
Well, the thing is that they are probably going to notice, and we don't want the people with guns to notice that their stuff is missing.
That's a very fair point. The doctor makes a very good point. We definitely don't want the bad guys with guns to come back and see that we're standing here with paint on our face. Hey guys, what's up? No, we weren't going through your stuff. We were working with the... Oh, you're going to shoot us anyway. Okay.
All right. No other other leads.
Yeah, is there anything else laying
No
around?
leads. No
There's-
bitches.
Is there like... Yeah, is there anything laying around that could kind of point us in a direction to maybe do we hear them coming back or returning? Should probably take a look at the window, make sure.
Yeah, let me look.
It's really
at this
frosty
here.
out there. I can't really see.
Can
Someone-
I just make a copy of this ledger, or is it too long?
No, you could spend some time to make a copy of the ledger.
Yeah, so maybe we can find someone else that can do accounting better than us.
Yes.
I will attempt to make a copy of the ledger. Damn, 1 point. Okay, I'll say it like this. I copy the ledger, but it's like in cursive. So
No, it takes a bit more time to copy.
okay.
You weren't planning on making a copy here, but you are able to do so quickly.
Okay.
Someone, oh god, trying to find something that would make sense. Someone give me a
Botany roll.
Engineering?
sure. Someone give me
Engineering.
give me an engineering roll. Why not?
Nice.
Good job.
That's good.
Nice.
As you guys are kind of looking around, you see one of the lockers is slightly different than the others. It's got a slightly better lock on it. It belongs to a the name scrawled in is William Harris.
Harris.
And you can see that there's it looks like it's got a more a stronger lock than the other 10.
What makes you guys think that there might be 15 more rations in this one? I believe no man should have more rations than he can eat.
Well, we can break one lock.
Oh, my good sir,
breaking
I
into this
welcome
one?
you.
Am I breaking in? I'm since what's Goat's character's name?
Henry.
Well, Henry, since you're like an actual guard, I think you're in command. Should I break this one open?
Yes, we can't leave here empty-handed.
All right, I'll take the pry bar and give it a hoop.
You know, Pastor, you gotta know a thing or two about botany if you want to survive in this cold world.
Nice. Very good roll, Terry.
Shit.
It is very easy to not break the lock, but break what the lock was attached to. And so you snap off
Classic.
So you snap off this section of the wooden door that holds this locker closed, and opening it up, you see a few personal effects. There's a spare hat and some spare pair of gloves, but you also see a large envelope. Opening it up, you find a notes. I'm going to try and share this, and we'll see if it works.
I assume this will pop in the journal.
Yeah, I don't... We'll see how this works. Do you guys see what I showed?
Yes.
I just see a big thing labeled that says clues, and the rest
Yes.
is blank.
Oh, darn it.
I see some
What he
clues.
said.
Here, did this work?
Oh, there it
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
Fat House, 2207 Friday.
I don't see anything.
It popped up for me.
If in the journal, if I configure ownership, am I able to make you guys
Just
be able to
make
see
it
it all
mark
the
us as
time?
observers, and we will be able to see it all the time.
There. Did that work?
I now have the.
No.
Well, it says
Yeah.
Bathhouse 2207 and Friday.
Yes.
That's all it says on the
Okay.
paper.
That's all it needs to say. That's what you guys see. So you see that note. You also find a medallion attached to a chain.
What kind of medallion is there? Can I recognize any occult symbols on it or anything?
I have just showed it to you guys. Go ahead and roll an occult skill check, and I want you to add a. No, that's fine. Yeah, just roll occult.
Regular
Everyone?
old occult.
Yeah, we can try.
Brrr.
Oh shit!
Uh-oh.
I actually hit.
I believe this is the medallion of the
Where is the
mummy
cult?
of Amun Ra.
Under natural world.
And then Dr. Sam's like, no.
I
I
can't believe
don't-
I hit with a 5% chance.
I know,
I
it's
don't have a
great.
cult.
Cash, if you don't have a cult, then just roll 2d10 or roll 1d100, I guess. I thought I added all of them, but I guess I
Oh,
didn't.
whoops.
So, Dr. Sam, you recognize this as something that's definitely not of this world, but you don't know exactly what it would be. The symbols are of no language that you're aware of, but this is definitely not something that's normal to society in the previous days before the cold came in.
I believe this man might worship some dark powers. Look, it's spooky.
It is quite spooky.
I don't recognize that vegetable.
Is that a cog or something?
I believe we
It
are
is.
dealing less with a seditious movement and more with some sort of strange religious cult. It's almost like we're playing Call of Cthulhu, but that's all
I
kind
don't
of
know what
person
that
not going to
is.
say it.
That's John Call. John
I'm gonna hit him with a
Cthulhu.
nightstick for even mentioning the name of the game.
He said it. He said the title.
Bonk for 5.
It's always called before the Cthulhu.
Hold on a second. I'm getting a
No
phone
one's
call.
calling anyone. I don't know who. I don't know why you call your mom Cthulhu.
I'm getting a phone call. It's Cthulhu. Oh, I gotta answer this one. I'm kidding. I don't have a call from Cthulhu. I wish. They're like, hey, what's up, buddy? He's like, I'm like, yeah, I know, dude. It's fuck.
Tentacles start coming out of the speaker. You're like, can you stop?
I'm like, dude, I just got this phone. Actually, I got this phone like 7 years
If
ago.
you get it wet in there, it's gonna void the warranty, guy.
Yeah, and I've had this phone for 7 years. You're gonna ruin the warranty.
Never mind.
It's one of those things where the phone is just in one of those cases, so you take it out, it looks brand new.
Yeah. Except where like some rub lines happened or
Yep.
something. It's like a random scatter mark where the holes are.
Yep. Violins it is.
Less violins, Mose, more violets.
Indeed.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys would like to do here? The locker that you broke open doesn't look too damaged beyond the fact that you pried off a section of the door. It's definitely going to be noticeable if you don't try to cover it up.
I mean, can I try and fix it?
You certainly can if you would like. Go ahead and roll engineering.
All right.
Engineering.
Fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
With that, you're definitely able to fix it up really nicely so that if someone were to investigate and actually look into, hey, was my door broken into, they'd be able to notice it. But just glancing at it, it doesn't look like it looks like every other door, and you're pretty confident that upon unlocking it, it'll open normally. So it does take a little bit of time to do, and it is getting it is well past curfew at this point.
All right.
But it's not late enough for the hunters to come, and you're pretty confident the hunters aren't on their way back yet.
Let's get out of here and turn in what we found.
I
Sure.
agree. We should get out of here before they come and shoot us. That would be most unfortunate, as I have a flock to look after.
Okay. By the time you return to the central area, it's around 11 o'clock at night. It's very dark. The only lights that are visible is a few lamps that keep some of the areas of the streets well lit, and the generator itself. I need everyone to go ahead and roll me a sanity check, please.
Sanity. Oh, wow.
Nice.
Oh no.
Just keep
Oh,
thinking
no.
about my awesome farm.
So as you guys are walking back to the center of town, it's pretty dark on the outskirts. You're using the well-worn path that has been formed, leading from the center to the Hunter's Lodge to kind of guide you back. Terry, as you're walking back, you guys hear the wind whipping, and you can almost swear that it sounds it sounds like screaming in the
In the what?
Sounds like screaming.
But he said in the what?
In the wind. In the
Oh,
wind.
God.
So the wind sounds like screams instead of the normal whipping. You lose 3 points of sanity.
Oh boy.
You all right, Terry?
Yeah, it's just the wind.
Do you guys not hear that?
Hear what?
It's just the wind.
The only thing I hear is my teeth chattering in this cold weather we are currently standing in.
That
Must be
sounds
the
like
wind.
traitor talk.
Oh, this
Yep,
was a mistake.
Nothing weird, nothing at all, nothing.
Nothing weird happens here, man. Just people fighting over resources. Terry, you need to pull it together, man.
I'm not usually out this late, away from the generator.
You must hear its hum to keep you comfy.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
All right.
Come on, let's get inside. I'm freezing.
Yep. So you guys get back to the general housing areas. What would you guys like to do? You know today is Monday. It's the first day of the week. The note had said Friday, if I recall.
That's right.
We have plenty of time.
Yeah.
So there are a few days between now and
Let's make tear gas.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, he's right. They're probably going to be back again. This time, not much afraid of a gun. That's my assumption.
I shall make industrial quantities of happy fungus.
Ooh.
Happy fun game.
What are you going to do with all
Okay.
these Schweppes? How does this factor into your gas bombs? I don't understand. It's just a fun little root beer. What the hell? Sorry,
It
that's
is merely for medicinal purposes.
ginger ale. Yeah, I just got a whole bunch of ginger ale. Like, why? What is in this? What is the secret ingredient?
So Hutz, do you want to wait until daytime to create your tear gas, or do you want to do it right now? If you do it right now, you're probably going to be pretty tired come the following day.
Hey,
So
I'll
it is
rest.
late. It's about
Yeah, I can do it in the morning.
okay.
I mean, don't you wake up, take your coffee, prepare some tear gas, and then have breakfast?
It does sound like a reasonable day for a doctor.
All right, I'll return to house number 1 and lock the door after that, feeling the edge of just sneaking around someone else's house kind of on my own head, thinking like, damn, if it was that easy to break in their house, imagine how it must be for mine. So putting a little extra security on the door just in case.
Because it is much later than people would normally be returning, do any of you try to return to your homesteads quietly?
I do.
I mean, we are the authority. We don't have to respect the curfew.
Oh yeah, I'm going with the farmer to bunkhouse 3.
Yep, I think we're all from bunkhouse 3.
I'm house 4.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
I'm house number 1.
Son of
A man of my status
I
must
mean-
have a place that matches it.
one
I
only
mean,
has
we
one
can all
amenity.
bunk in the same place for security reasons.
I mean, y'all welcome to
All
use
of
the
the-
cot if you want.
You guys do know that all the housing is full. The beds are all taken by other people who have lived with you guys. So you could certainly put in a request one of the days to get transferred if you would like to. But for now, you do have more or less assigned beds.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. I guess it's time to go take a sleep.
If you guys are trying to, whoever's trying to sneak back, go ahead and roll a stealth check. If you're not trying to be sneaky getting back to your house, then don't worry about it.
I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah, I
Since
got
there's-
two
If
other
there's
people
multiple
with me.
dudes with me coming back,
Yeah.
I guess I will not be sneaky.
Yeah, crash, crash, crash through the snow.
I can't believe it. Like the potatoes are growing pretty good. Get extra spuds.
Okay. The night goes without. The rest of the night goes without issue. You guys are able to go to sleep relatively easily. The following day comes. Hutz, you are going to try to make some rudimentary tear gas. Go ahead and roll.
Nope, failed.
Well, you come up with something. You're not sure
Uh,
Not
how
sure if
well
it's safe.
you're not sure how effective it will be. But you have created a vial of something.
take a little bit
Well,
of
I
cat
guess
pee and
we'll
bleach.
find out when I throw it.
So that would have taken you about about the morning up until lunch. While he's doing that, what are the rest of y'all doing this morning?
I'm gonna go have a chat with my local, flock of people that might actually do believe in whatever, and see how they feel about this whole riot business and what's going on.
I'm gonna speak with a commissar about the ledger we copied and what we found.
That's a good one. Too.
I'll just go with the Padre, just to make sure nobody tries any funny business because he's inviting political discussion.
I just want to see how everyone's doing. I'm doing that like wellness thing. I'm like, hey, how y'all doing in
Yeah.
here? Praise be. How's it? How you doing? I'm just like getting all chummy with him, and then I ask him like, how's everything been? That was a terrible business yesterday. Terrible business. That whole thing. So
Sure.
Doing all that, do I gleam anything? Do I need to roll anything for that?
I would like you to roll a charm, please.
Ooh. So
I'm not that
funny.
charming.
You're a preacher.
Oh, look at that! I lied.
Hey.
Today I put on my glad rags, and so now they think I'm serious.
So you're able to gleam. You're able to talk some folks into chatting about this because tensions are a little high. A lot of people said there was gunfire at the protest yesterday. And this is something we haven't seen for a really long time, and it got a few people on edge because there was never an official announcement made saying that you guys are officers. So, as far as the protesters are aware, there's just a few people with guns who came to break it up. But this is kind of what you're able to glean. They don't know, the people that you're talking to don't know that you were one of those people, as far as you can tell.
We were all wearing masks because it's the winter.
It is. That it's very difficult to identify people because the hoods are up very often. But
so
otherwise,
I'm back there during that speech, and it's like,
Everyone's Kenny from South Park.
yeah.
basically. No, but you are able to tell. There's a couple people who you gleam might be sympathetic to the cause, but most of the folks who are worshiping at this time in the religious building are don't seem to be too thrilled about the idea of these folks wanting to leave. They think that, especially during work hours, you shouldn't be protesting. We have work to do to stay alive, and these people who are protesting during work hours are making it bad for the rest of us.
We are suffering just because a few people don't agree to work to make love and peace for their community. I completely understand where you're coming from. And then I just, make note that the people of the city and their general feeling for whenever I have a chat with Commissar later on.
Okay. So while you're doing that, and while the doctor is creating his tear gas. Catch, you went to the commissar to discuss a potential finding in a ledger. He invites you into his office, which is on the first floor of this building, and is not really an office. It's kind of just an area in the back corner, situated under, not fully under one of the staircases, but his desk is kind of under the staircase, and he's got kind of a makeshift, what would you call it, like a cloth wall around to try and give him some privacy if he needs it.
Yeah.
Please sit down, Terry. What can I help you with? Good job. Stopping that protest yesterday. It sounds like a lot of people were afraid, but they did end up going back to work. So, well done on that regard.
Oh, it was nothing. It was mostly Henry there who went after him. But no, I wanted to discuss what we found in the Hunter's Lodge, based on the information that guy we captured.
Ah, yes. What were you able to sort out?
Well, we found this here ledger, which on its own isn't much, but from what I could gather, I mean, we have 10 hunters here?
Yes, yeah, around 10.
And it looked like that cabinet could hold 15 rifles. Is that how many we're supposed to have?
Last I had done inventory there, which was a few weeks ago. Yes, we had 15 rifles. I think 2 of them had been in disrepair. I heard one of them was getting worked on.
Well, then that still leaves 1 rifle unaccounted for. And none of us are the, bookkeeping type. So I was wondering if you could take a look at this copy of the ledger to see if it, hasn't gone somewhere else and no one's been told about it.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
And also we found a note in what was his name?
William.
We found a note in Mr. Williams' locker about some sort of rendezvous on Friday, and some weird amulet. It gave me the heebie-jeebies. I didn't care for it much. I don't think I have it because I would have been too creeped out by it.
Okay. Yeah, this is discerning, or disconcerting. He reads over the ledger that you had copied, and he can tell that one of the rifles did disappear. It looks like it was William who, at some point, he took a rifle out without returning it, and then brought another one out the following day for something. I can't tell if any of the ammo's been taken or accounted for in this copy that you created, but he definitely took a rifle. This is concerning. I mean, guns are very heavily regulated here. If the protesters have something like this, that could be very dangerous for us, for anyone. This is a good find. William lives at bunkhouse 7. If you be careful if you decide to go in and confront him, but this would be worth following up on.
Are any of the other hunters in bunkhouse 7, sir?
Yeah, there would be 2 other hunters that live with him.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that. I need to go attend to the generator. And I will...
No. Your job is security now. You're an officer.
Oh.
You don't have to do your normal tasks anymore.
Oh, I see. All right, then. Well, I will go find my cohorts and give them the info.
Sounds good. Yep. Your job now is to keep the peace and um, interrogate and figure out what's going on with this rebel or with these protests.
All right. I do some. Hold on. Where is? Did that roll? I attempt to
I
do
saw-
some form of salute, but I just fuck it up entirely, and just walk out.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of looks at you strangely and gives you the normal salute and goes back to his daily tasks.
All right, now I'll go and try and find my compatriots.
Okay. You knew that the doctor would be doing some shady stuff with medicine, and I would assume, would you guys have met up before in the morning before going off and doing these things to tell everyone what y'all were doing?
Well, I
I
get up pretty
imagine.
early to
Probably.
check on the crops, but then I would get right to it. Yeah.
Gotta get those beans.
You
No
know I'm
beans.
thinking about those beans.
We don't grow beans.
Oh, right. You gotta get them potatoes.
Yeah.
Gotta get them taters, beans.
We're working on green beans. It's the best we can offer right now.
Got them taters.
Taters and onions.
Taters and nuggets. Nice nugget tree you
Okay.
got going back there.
Thanks.
You guys are able to kind of meet up with each other around noon at the food house. Would be the kind of the easiest way for you guys to get together. You're handed your one of your daily rations, which is the same as the previous days. Chopped potatoes, chopped onions, boiled in a broth, with a few pieces of fairly tasteless meat and a pinch of salt.
A most excellent feast.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why anyone would ever want to leave.
Why would
Okay,
anyone want to leave? Nah, man, this is fine. This is good.
Yeah. So what would you guys like to do?
I would first like to relay the information to the. Well, screw it. You're the sergeant, Goat.
All right.
Yeah, goat.
I'll relay that that there's one rifle unaccounted for amongst the hunters, and William lives in bunk 7 with two other hunters.
They must be getting ready to assassinate the governor.
Oh, let's hope not. Let's hope it's some, like he just lost the rifle and forgot to jot it down.
That's copium, son.
Hmm.
If a
Ain't
man
nothing
has a
more dangerous
rifle,
in
he
this
will
world
shoot.
than false hope.
I ain't never met a man with a rifle who didn't shoot anyone.
So we need to assume the worst. Did he suggest we confront this man?
It probably would be a
Should we
good
wait?
idea.
Should we wait until the reunion, see if we can get his accomplice alongside him, or should we confront him now?
I don't think we can take them all out, but maybe we can take them out right before the meeting, so they still go, and then they're none the wiser. Then we can hit them if we're feeling up for it. That makes sense to me, though.
I
If
hear
you
your
have better
words.
ideas, I will listen.
I hear your words, and I believe in you. But I ask you, do you really want to go up there and shoot everyone inside that building? I say no to that, sir, because I have a better plan. I have a better idea. I say, actually, my idea is even worse. Never mind, I'm backtracking on that because I just thought about it. I was like, never mind, hold on. I'll talk to them. If they don't listen to me, then protect me with all the power and righteous fury that you have. I was going to suggest something.
Well, alrighty. Righteous fury is one of those things I'm all about here.
I said brimstone. People excited to go to hell these days. It's so damn cold.
Brimstone. Yeah, brimstone sounds pretty nice in a setting like this, wouldn't it? Except for the smell.
Gonna burn in hell. Burn? I meant freeze in hell. Damn it.
There's no escape.
Hey, Heifer's grandma's in
No
hell.
escape.
She likes it down there because it's warm.
Yes, Granny Rocco.
Was it? I know it was Heifer's grandma, wasn't it?
I know, but I just remember that episode.
Yeah, me too. That sticks with me forever because I'm like, yeah, it is kind of nice when you got a grumpy old person who just likes warm places.
Yeah.
Let's get that brimstone going, baby.
I'm gonna go get some juice. You guys start figuring out how we approach this.
Juice.
We surround them from all sides, then all hit them at the same time.
Ah, yes. One man per direction. That can't
And not-
possibly go
yeah,
wrong.
shoot one guy down and get away.
Yeah, if they shoot at us, then well, then they'll be breaking the law, and that means they have to
Well,
stop. That's against the
We
law.
could ask. We could ask for reinforcement from the commissar, I assume.
There are no reinforcements. You guys are the police force.
Oh.
What if we rally up a bunch of the
Um,
boys in the town to kind of help supplement the lack of people that we need to take on this mini? I'm sure there's some people we can get on our side if we are, good enough to talk them into it. Deputizing some people.
If there's people that you trust, absolutely.
I don't have anybody in my particular character that I know of, but maybe he'll go to his flock. Maybe there's some extra believers. What should I do to get them to join our cause?
What cause are you having them join? I guess.
Our cause to make sure we get this rifle back, because the last thing we need is a revolution of death. Because if these men succeed in their revolution, it'll surely be the death of us all, and a cold, dark one at that.
If we ain't all going, then they ain't all leaving.
Amen to that, brother. Amen.
We're not gonna let them have a chance for us all to die. That's not how this is gonna work.
Hell yeah.
Besides, all my plants will die if I don't tend to them, so I can't let that happen.
No, very expensive.
So you, based on your conversation this morning, you're able to convince a few of the younger, stronger folks that attend your services.
How many in general?
2.
2? Okay, we got 2 extra
Yeah.
people that we can use to, as extra strength or whatever. Just better than just us getting there and then they're all because
Yeah, can I try to convince some of the other hunters? Because we know who among them is, the cultist. But maybe we could try recruiting some of the other people who know how to use guns.
Yeah, we're gonna
All of
surround
the-
this place and.
So the hunters sleep during the day, and you're not sure where all of them live. You only know that there's 3 in bunkhouse number 7.
Yeah, I'm going to pay them like a medical visit, pretend it's like a checkup, see, if everyone is in good health, and I'm going to try to, convince them.
You're like, hello,
To
it is
help
me,
the-
doctor.
Hello, it's me, the person who gives you all the sleeping medicine, quote unquote.
Ooh,
I can offer you a special discount if you help me with a certain sensitive matter.
muscle relaxant for a hunter who's in like frozen climate, shaky hands.
Is anyone going with you to do this, or are you trying to go alone?
Yeah, I can go. Or I can go with the father since he's also a fast talker.
Well, I was gonna say, like, I already did my part, so it would be inappropriate if I did that and then also joined you on yours.
I say 2 heads is better than 1. So
Okay, I'll join if the DM's okay with that.
Sure.
Okay.
Catch and Diggs, what are y'all doing while they're going to try and rally folks to the cause, as
Yeah.
they call it?
I mean, I can try to rally my fellow farmers, saying like, if they leave, they're taking.
Farmers.
Well, that means we like our food dies or we all starve. They might take it all. That kind of thing. Like try to like make it seem like all their hard work and effort into this place will be for naught if we allow it to happen.
Sure. Go ahead and make a persuade or fast talk or a
do I
charm
get
roll,
any
whichever you
bonuses?
prefer.
mean-
We'll get back to yours.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, sorry.
I mean, I'll attempt. I'm not really good at the chit chatting. I can attempt a fast talk. Do has any bonuses because these are the people I've grew up with?
Yeah, since you've worked with them a lot, go ahead and add a bonus die.
Wow, I passed.
Yay! You're also able to convince a couple people to support you guys in whatever escapade you need.
The militia for the
they
militia.
Yeah, they heard about the gunfire at the protest the other day, and they're not happy about it. They think
We need to rile up the boys and get these guys in shape.
yeah, they think the protesting's wrong, and the fact that there's threats to the food storage that they've worked so hard to create.
These people leave it didn't even make any of this food. They survive off. They're gonna take what's not theirs or their portion.
They may be able to take down a few of us, but that rifle will eventually run out of ammo. I promise you that.
Okay.
For the community, for the whole city, you know, we're trying to be like, I don't know, like I'm looking at this picture.
Some of you may die, but
yeah,
it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
some of you may die, and that is a sacrifice.
How many bullets are in our magazine? I need that many people in front of me.
That you are obligated to make in the name of our community.
Okay, so Hutz and Crow, you two are going to.
Indeed.
Actually, before we get to that, Catch, what are you doing? You guys are basically finished. You guys had finished up lunch. The pastor and the doctor said that they were going to go try and rally some folks, and James went to the farmhouse, the hot house they call it, to kind of see if he's got any allies at his place.
I want to go talk to the boys of the generator, preferably the ones on the upper levels, to keep an eye out for any of the hunters that might wander up here, because if there's a rifle missing, then that's a distance you can get and still be able to get someone, especially if you're trained in it. So if a hunter tries to come up here, raise the alarm and try and stop them.
All right. You're basically the lead guy here, or at least you were. Someone's taken over your position as you've taken on a new job, but you're able to. A number of them were like, "Yeah, we'll keep an eye out, sir. Don't worry."
Yeah, we need to have at least one person ready to run back in case somehow we're all killed, so that way everyone in the town knows, like, this guy is like the Terminator or something, or if he has more people in there, realistically. But get the whole town, this guy's got an army behind him. Gotta have a messenger boy.
Okay, so the only hesitancy is that everyone, you're trying to do this during the workday. Are you guys? A lot of people are like, "Well, we've got our quotas to meet. We can't just leave work."
This would be one day of the quota being missed. I guess that would be up to the commissar, because he has all the information on how much resources we actually can, realistically do without. So I guess we'd have to ask.
Who made persuasion rolls?
Unless it's like one of those like commitments to the workplace kind of thing, And then if it's just commitment, then I can't fight against that. More work.
Yeah. Well, I guess my question to you is, when do you guys want to try and? Well, okay, let me take that back because I want to get to. I should get to, the pastor and the doctor. So, Hutz, you go. How are you? What hunters are you going to try to approach?
Well, you said the 3 hunters in the housing were available at least.
Yep. So one of them that lives there is William, who's the guy who appears to have stolen the rifle. The other 2, you are not.
No. I don't mean I don't want to talk about. I don't want to expose what we are doing to the cultists. I want
Sure.
to go to the other ones who are not cultists.
So, right. So I guess what I'm saying is that there's 3 hunters that you're aware of 3 hunters and their whereabouts, like where they live. You don't know if all 3 of them are cultists or not. You know that one of them is. So
We know which one.
Okay. So if you want to try and approach the other 2, you certainly can. Or if you want to try and find where some of the other ones are, you could ask around town.
Yeah, I can ask the commissar. He probably has like a ledger or something.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, go into the commissar's office. You are able to find that the other hunters live in 2 other bunkhouses. So there's 4 in bunkhouse 3, and there's 3 in bunkhouse 1.
All right. Yeah, I can try going like in order.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, you
or
go
if
to.
you want, if you want us to cover more ground, the priest could go to a house, I could go to another, and then
That works.
Well,
for
that
me.
is your call. Whatever you guys would like to do.
I'm gonna follow your lead, Hutz. What would you like me to do?
Well, something I'm not familiar with the system, but if you get help from somebody else, can you roll higher?
Maybe it's like
my understanding of how it works is that you each roll, and if it's a success, you get a bonus. And if that's not how it works, that's how it's going to work for me.
Okay, then I guess we can go both of us at the same time. So yeah. We basically tell them that, look, these people are planning to leave all of us behind, and they are planning to take all essential supplies for some harebrained scheme in the middle of nowhere that can easily lead them to death. And while they go to who knows where to get killed, we are going to be stuck here with less supplies to live by. I think what they're trying to do is pretty selfish and dangerous to this community. So we have to do, we have to take a stand. Tell them, look, this what you're doing is selfish. You have to think of everybody else.
And he just goes, and in case that whatever they're doing this for is real, you don't have too many people in this town who can fight the darkness of real power. Here, we only have rifles. We need more clergy people if we're going to be able to take on the darkness. And I say we nip this in the bud before they summon some evil into this world. And he doesn't care if you guys look at him crazy. He's been preaching about the evil coming to this world forever.
Yeah, Henry looks
You've been preaching about that forever.
The evil that's going to break through the barriers between us and the void. And they're like, all right.
We are also advocating for more wine during Mass.
Always.
Okay. So you say that to. So you went to the one of the bunkhouses where you knew some of the other hunters were, and you had knocked on the door. One of them had answered. He looked pretty tired. It's a couple hours before he's supposed to wake up for his shift. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
Nope.
I will attempt
Yeah.
as well. Ooh.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, so with you guys both kind of chatting with him, he kind of rubs his eyes and he's like, look, man, I know a couple of my coworkers have been acting a little suspicious. I don't like these protests as much as the next guy, and I know William and Charlie are both, they're acting weird, and they're starting to let this kind of stuff go to their head. And one of them received a package that he kind of tried to hide the other day. I just, I don't want to get involved in it, man. We got a lot of responsibility to this job, and I don't think it's something that I don't want to get involved with those guys. They're acting real weird. So
Define weird.
Well, they're just talking about all this weird, this superstitious stuff.
I
about
knew it.
the lonely one.
I called it. These people are here to summon some great darkness into our community and destroy it from within. I knew it. I knew it all along.
And as he starts saying that, you hear a loud bang ripple across the echo across this ravine, and he slumps over dead as blood starts.
We get on the ground like
I mean, where did the shot
chest.
come from? From inside or outside?
It definitely came from outside, and it probably came from an elevated area. But that is where we are going to end for tonight.
Holy
no.
fuck!
shit.
Cliffhanger!
Ah!
Go, Chill,
no.
get down! Protect the onions!
What will happen in the next
We need to
exciting
protect the
episode?
elements.
Not my cabbages!
Cabbage police.
This is the sound of
I
cabbage
like this.
police. Blah, blah. Whoop, whoop.
I'm gonna, you know what? Well, I'll hook you up with some stuff for this foundry, because I'd like to also, so we can have maps and stuff, because having the ability to draw the locations and stuff would be helpful for a big placemat. But this was really good, Toblerone.
Yeah, man.
This is a good start to a system I was not expecting to work like this.
Oh, Frost.
Yeah, I'm
Ponko.
excited to see what comes next.
Yeah. What'd you guys think of this so far? Everybody else had a good time?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
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 Fuck yeah. All right, well, that's pretty much all we're going to do for this evening then. Thanks a lot for hanging out here on WBPL 76 and your support of this community. What was it at this point? Open broadcast, public broadcasts at this point. We're like those old open access shows that are really weird at like 2 a.m. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks a lot, everybody, for hanging out. And we'll see you next time here on WBPL 76. Take care, everyone, and have a good night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.